Hey guys, welcome to the Rideshare Report. Mike Dean in the house, and you're my guest. Thanks for joining me. Hope everybody's doing great, making some money as best you can, and of course, more importantly, you're safe out there on the road. So, for some of you who may not have heard, Lyft has just increased their driver referral sign-up bonuses up to as much as 750 buckaroos. It's quite a bit. That's only in one city, and I'll give you the list in a moment. There's a number of other cities in which those sign-up bonuses are as high as 500, 400, and 350, and of course 250, and then it goes down. You can find the complete list at theridesharereport.com, and just check out the link. That's Lyft new driver sign-up bonus increases to 750 in the month of March. There'll also be a link underneath the video, and of course a sign up. I just want to give you some general information about the sign up bonuses before I actually hit the road. Probably talk to you guys as I'm driving, but let me just give you the quick list right now. So 750. Let's start off down below at the 250 sign up bonus level. We've got Lake Tahoe, New Orleans, Phoenix, those are $250. The cities with $350 new driver Lyft sign up bonuses are Austin, Texas, Dallas, Nashville, Philadelphia, Portland, and Seattle are all 350. I've got one city out there that is 400, that is Denver, Colorado. And then we've got about 10 cities that are at 500. That's pretty healthy. $500 sign up bonuses. They're going to vary from 50 to 100 rides. Check the list. I've got a complete list there at theridesharereport.com. Look for that article about the increases up to 750 Lyft sign up bonuses in the month of March. So the cities with $500 sign up bonuses are Atlanta, Baltimore, Boston, Los Angeles, New Jersey. We've got New York City, Orange County, Sacramento, which has been a pretty quiet market, at least on this side of the states, Northern California. Surprised it's gone up to 500. Excuse me. San Diego, San Francisco, and Washington D.C. are all $500 sign-up bonuses. Let me run that back real quick. The cities with $500 new Lyft driver sign-up bonuses are as follows: Atlanta, Baltimore, Boston, Los Angeles, New Jersey, New York, Orange County, Sacramento, San Diego, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. All of those cities are 500. The only city that actually has 750 is Silicon Valley, which actually, Silicon Valley stretches from, I don't know, as far up as Palo Alto all the way down to San Jose, Redwood City, Los Gatos, Santa Clara, Mountain View, Cupertino. So you've got a lot of cities, within the Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is not necessarily a city itself, but it comprises of a bunch of cities. Don't ask me about the whole Silicon Valley thing, but so you have that entire South Bay, pretty much, that is under the 750. It's a huge market down there, growing rapidly. So, in any case, so some of you might be wondering why Lyft is throwing these bonuses out there right now. It is probably a number of reasons. I'm kind of trying to figure it out myself. There's probably not one particular answer. I would imagine several reasons. Lyft has since I believe August or September has been giving away $50 rider credits. In fact, drivers who share those credits can earn $10 to $20. It depends on the promotion. So that can help you put some extra money in your pocket, by the way. So they've been really pushing out these $50 rider credits. I think they've been quite successful. So they've increased the rider base. That's probably one reason. Another reason is because the fares have gone down. I know that doesn't sound great, but when fares do go down, the demand does go up. Not saying it necessarily makes drivers more money, but I'm saying that it increases the user base usage. In other words, the current user base will start to use the services more. It's part of the psychology behind it. is to encourage more usage. And of course, there's the new rider acquisition as well through the $50 promotions, free rider credit. So those combined, as well as, we're coming out of the slow season, and we're also coming in from over the holidays, where there's a big buildup of supply in terms of drivers during these periods. Christmas holidays, there's school breaks, you name it. And both Lyft and Uber have done some heavy duty marketing and campaigning to vet new drivers, and starting roughly about last year, August, September, October, November, all the way up to Christmas, and they spent a lot of money doing so. As well as the sign up bonuses were pretty healthy back then as well, in preparation for the holidays. And then you get this fall off, drivers, you know, don't necessarily continue. They're part time. You'd be surprised how many people just go for the bonuses and they knock out their rides. They get their money. They don't continue to be a rideshare driver. It's probably a small percentage. You have a lot of students who are going back to school. There's a number of reasons and factors. In fact, there's one that I wanted to also discuss if I can remember off the top of my head. But driver retention. Just so you know, driver retention is about 1/3, probably average. I know Uber has indicated that number. So in other words, Uber only retains about 1/3 of their drivers, probably within roughly about the last year. So, they're replenishing and refreshing drivers. There's a huge driver fall off, and then you have to replenish those drivers and get some drivers back in order to um, kind of meet the growing demand and the growing usage of the current rider base. Excuse me. So those are a number of reasons why Lyft is offering these bonuses right now, because they need to fill that supply. Because again, there's a fall off of drivers. There's an increase in the ridership. More riders are coming onto the platform, and more riders are using the platform more often. So those are a number of reasons. If there's anything that you can come up with, by all means, I'm sharing at the best that I can see in terms of how I see the market overall and how I've kind of monitored it over the last year, or since I started as a rideshare driver back in 2011. For some of you who don't know, I'm actually the first rideshare driver. Started with Sidecar in 2011. Happened to be the first driver vetted. Fame, I suppose? I doubt it. Definitely no fortune. So that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna hit the road. But yeah, so those are the sign up bonuses, guys. They're pretty healthy. So if you're an Uber driver, you definitely want to join Lyft and grab those sign up bonuses. But more importantly than just the bonuses, and I share this with a lot of drivers as well, is it's good to have both platforms at your disposal. You don't want to just depend on Uber as a driver. If you're driving, if you're going to be a driver, drive with both platforms that are available in your market. There's a number of reasons and a number of benefits to actually having both apps. First of all, you maximize your incoming requests when you run both applications at the same time. So you increase, those requests coming in, and it's not rocket science to run both apps at the same time. It's not that difficult. It's not a big deal. You just have both apps open. Make sure all your notifications are set, and you get a ping from one. You just go to the other and you turn it off. Excuse me. And vice versa. You got Uber and Lyft running. You get a ping from Uber, turn off Lyft. You get a ping from Lyft, turn off Uber. But you have you're available to two markets of riders, and time is money. So the less time you are waiting for a ride, the more money you're going to have coming in, the more requests you're going to have coming in, and you're going to kind of minimize the time of waiting. And that's one reason. Again, is just to have both. And another reason is just to have a backup. You're never don't ever assume that this is if you want to drive, whether it's temporary or long term, never assume that you're going to be an Uber driver for as long as you want, because anything can happen. you can get deactivated for any reasons sometimes that you don't even know why. Of course, there are some obvious ones. You did something stupid, and you got deactivated, or your ratings go down. You're at a 4.6. You got to take this class, and you could be out of work. If you're depending upon this income, whether it's part-time or full-time, you don't want any downtime. So having both apps at your disposal gives you the options of still earning money if you get deactivated, or one is down as a system error, or the platform is down, or your documents get caught up. And it's happened to me. I mean, I've submitted my what do you call it, my registration papers, and it just kept on glitching and glitching and glitching, and I couldn't get out there and drive because I had to go down to Uber support here in San Francisco on Vermont Street and do it manually. So, but there were several days went by, and I couldn't drive. So, and some of you guys, you're only really privy to email support, depending upon the city. You don't have that option of going directly to an actual Uber support center. But keep in mind, some of the vehicle inspection locations that you guys go to are also / vehicle support centers. So find out which one, or where the support centers are in your area. It's easier to go in to support than it is to email back and forth. That's just going to kill time, and you're not going to be able to to log in and to get driving. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason that you want to have both platforms, aside from having a backup and maximizing your requests and income, is the other income streams that come along with either platform, either Uber or Lyft, and that's referrals. Whether it be rider referrals or driver referrals. As you can see right now, if you're not a Lyft driver right now, and you're in Los Angeles, you can't sign up somebody for a $500 bonus. If you're in Silicon Valley and you're just an Uber driver, you don't have that. You don't have the opportunity to sign up someone, another Uber driver for that matter, on Lyft for $750. That's a lot of money. $750, $500, $400, $350, even $250 is good money, and you guys should really be using the opportunities, these additional income streams to your advantage. Yes, so I'll be getting into another video sometime in the near future on on how to do signups for both riders and drivers, and how to kind of maximize that. But let me just put it out there, guys. Both Uber and Lyft spend hundreds of millions of dollars a year on marketing campaigns, new rider incentives, and signups. These referrals is not free. You know what I mean? For rider to rider, it's not free. It's subsidized, and it's coming out of somebody's pocket, and it's coming out of both Ubers and Lyft. And then you get the driver referrals and sign-up bonuses, huge. As you can see, so these guys are giving away hella money in order to for new rider and driver acquisitions, and marketing. You've seen the Craigslist ads, you've seen the Facebook ads, you've seen the Google ads. You open up an app, there goes a Lyft advert, and this is not free. And here's the thing, is that if you went to Craigslist, or you clicked on a Google ad or a Facebook ad and you signed up for Uber or Lyft, guess what? You didn't get a bonus. You know what I mean? The bonuses, the referral bonuses, come from pretty much 98% of the time come from other drivers. Those double-sided referral bonuses come from a driver, and it's in your app. You are reminded constantly by both Uber and Lyft to refer other drivers, refer a friend, new drivers rather, refer a friend, refer a coworker, refer whoever, and get paid, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $750 to sign up another driver. And you'd be surprised how many drivers are driving on one platform and not the other. So you can kind of cross them over. There is a strategy. There's but more importantly, there's a mindset. You got to start with a mindset. And again, I'm not going to get into this right now, but I definitely want to encourage you to take advantage of that. I know some drivers are kind of very anti-sign up new drivers because you believe that you're contributing to a saturated market. Well, a saturated market. Keep this in mind. The retention rate is about 1/3. That means for 100,000 drivers that were signed up over the last year, only 1/3 of those drivers, and these are just rough numbers, but they're pretty close. Only about 1/3 of those drivers actually remained on the platform. You had 70,000 that fell off. You have also an ongoing increase in the rider base. The rider base is growing. So, your supply actually is just being replenished in a sense and or diminishes, and your rider base is growing as well as the rider usage. So I know sometimes it can appear, like it definitely seem like, it's saturated because it's slow, but there's gaps. There's gaps when it's very busy in certain markets, and that's because the demand is very high. In relation to the supply, and thus surge pricing kicks in. And then sometimes, there's a slow period. There are gaps, and that's because the supply to demand ratio is never equal. It's always kind of seesawing up. Can you seesaw up and down? Something like that, but it's never equal. So, but overall, there's really the idea of a saturated market on drivers is really an illusion. You got to understand, drivers are just constantly falling off, and the rider base is growing. More importantly, though, you're an independent contractor, currently classified. So just think of it that way, as for today, before June 6th, California. You're an independent contractor, guys, girls. Okay, driving is not the only income stream. You got to understand that. You got to embrace that. Okay, riding and driving for fares is not the only income stream. You have 3 income streams. Driving for fares, make that money off of driving. Signing up riders and signing up drivers. Those are 3. If you're a freaking coffee salesman, hello, for a coffee company, are you just going to sell the coffee? Or are you going to sell the coffee stirrers, cups, lids? Should I go on? Brewing machines, maintenance program. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you have to look at it. And that's what's really going to start to put some additional money in your pocket. I could tell you exactly how I sign up maybe an average of a driver a day. I can give you my full plan. I've started a blog, for example, so you already know that. I'm not making a ton, but it trickles in, and that on top of driving puts extra money in my pocket. I do a few YouTube videos. Come on, get creative, guys. I'll have a full program on that, and it's not going to cost you $97 on how to maximize your income, like the rideshare guy, is trying to sell you. I'm not happy with that. He's not going to tell you how he's really making his money, and that's by running his blog. So, there you go. There's a tip for you guys. I know some drivers for Lyft, for example, who has a really great rider referral program, the best rider referral program, way better than Uber's. I know a guy, he makes about $3,000 a month signing up riders only, not online, not on the blog, not doing any kind of fancy schmancy marketing. This guy is hitting the dirt. Marcus, call out to you, brother. He inspired me to focus too on rider signups, and guess what? As soon as my mind was set on rider signups, I made about $200 in a month. Over the last month, between the beginning of February and up until now. Mindset, baby. You got to put your mind into it. Don't leave your house thinking about driving. Go and drive. Leave your house thinking about, I'm signing somebody up today. Talk to people. Have a conversation. I know some of you guys, are, you're kind of feeling the crunch on the fare cuts. Granted, you know something? Half of the drivers I've signed up for the bonus and kept on moving. I don't tell people that, look, you're going to make a ton of money. I'm forward and honest. I said, look, there's a sign-up bonus opportunity. You can make $750. This part-time work. Would I quit my day job? No. Would I do this part-time? Yes. Would I do this if I was in the interim, something quick, while I was looking for another job? Yes. Would I make a career out of this? No. Would I go out and buy a brand new 2016 sexy Prius? Like my 2013 sexy Prius? By the way, welcome to my portable studio here, my mobile studio, and my sexy Prius. No, I wouldn't do those things. So the point is that there's money to be made, and you've got to rethink your place. I understand a lot of you are upset with Uber, perhaps Lyft. Remember, Lyft follows Uber. They gotta be competitive. Lyft doesn't want to really kind of drive fares down. That's kind of Uber's thing. But there's still some money to be made there. You've got to supplement your fare earnings with signups, rider and driver. Get over to Lyft if you're not over there. Get over to Uber if you're not over there. Sign up. The links are below. Love me. Show me some love. Click on those links and sign up. I'll also have Uber doesn't publish the sign-up bonuses in your market. It's hard to keep track on it. Here in San Francisco, it's $300. I think LA is $200, $250. There's no database, there's no list. Nothing's published on their website. Lyft does, so I'll have lists down there. It's the best I can do. But you'll also have the link to my website, so you can get some additional information and find that current list. The bonuses change. Lyft's bonuses change like that. I've seen them change 3 times in the month of from the end of February to the beginning of, actually now, March 9th, whatever today is. I think it's March 9th. So just to give you an idea how quick they change, but they've actually went up. They can go down. So don't hesitate. Don't wait. It's not about the bonuses necessarily. If you wait, you'll be waiting forever. It'll never happen. Get busy and get ready to drive. And I'll coach you. I'll work with you. I always work with the people that sign up with my links. I go out of my way. You've got my numbers on the website, and that's really dedicated for drivers who have signed up. But if there's any questions, I'll try to answer them. I do get inundated. In fact, my phone right now, I just got 3 phone calls. I had to redo this video several times. It's on airplane mode. But I'll definitely work with you, and I'll guide you as best as I can in just about anything Uber and Lyft. I'll be able to share with you. I've been doing this since 2011. Again, as I mentioned, I'm the first rideshare driver with Sidecar. Happened to be the first driver vetted, no big deal. But I have been doing this for 7 years. I have the longest experience as an actual rideshare T&C driver, and I pay attention. I read articles daily. I'm very analytical. I'm always looking into, the latest information, changes in the application features, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, yada is a New York thing. So, once again, guys, Mike Dean with the Rideshare Report. Thanks for taking this time out. I know it's a long-winded video. I hope you got a lot out of it. By all means, share the video, like it, comment. I want to hear your feedback. Visit the website, ridesharereport.com. And you can also find me on fb.com/rideshare report, the Facebook fan page. Thanks, guys. Remember, drive safe. Be careful, out there, and keep moving forward. Do what you got to do to take care of yourself and your family. Have fun at best you can. Prepare yourselves. Make sure you have dash cams, things of that nature, whatever. And Uber on, lift off, baby. I'm out. Remember who loves you.